Hello everyone, it's Nick Lawson with CDC Take Charge Software, and this is our fourth session on building an improved PC desktop application for the Microsoft operating system. In our last session, we discussed the build playlist option on our file manager, as well as looked at some of our utilities, the copy and delete utilities to be exact, and how they worked. If you were following along at our blog at cdctakecharge.wordpress.com, you know that we also discussed that based on the specific design we have here, our file manager could also be our start menu. Now the reason I say that is a file manager presents a list of all files and folders on your system and allows you to perform actions or functions against them. The Start menu, if you look at Windows Start menu, produces a list of all of your applications and allows you to launch those applications. So really, this form could do exactly that by instead of just providing a drop-down list of our quick launch applications, switch and become anything that we want it to be. Not only can it be our start menu and our quick launch application, but it can be our web bookmarks. It can be a list of our contacts. It can be a list of our note files, our to-dos and activities. It can do everything. So I'm looking forward to working on making that happen, and I hope you'll follow along as we get to it. Today's session, we're going to look at the features of our search function. So if I click on search, it pops up our tag file and target form for our file manager system. When it comes up, as you can see, our instructions to the user has changed, telling them how to take and do a search. First, what we have to do is determine, do we want to search in the current folder or the current plus subfolders? So we're going to do current plus sub. Okay, then we need to select a target. Pops up our folder finder, and here we're going to select the drive G. Now, the G drive is 233 gigs. Certainly not the biggest drive out there, but that's about the size of a lot of drives on many systems that are just a couple years old. And I picked this for two reasons. One, anytime you point to the root of a drive, you get a warning message that it may take time to search the entire drive if you're looking in all subfolders. Also, I want you to see how fast it actually is. So now what we're going to search for are some movie files. We store those in a folder called Media. You can see that right there. Um, and we're going to look for all AVI files. So I do star.avi and I click my little search feature. Now watch over here. You'll see it build and then it'll show the progress as it searches. Okay, it gives us our warning. We're going to say OK. And there's your bar. You may notice also that I changed the bar design to make it look a little more professional. And there you go. We found 208 matches of AVI movies. That's quite a few. Now all I have to do is scroll through the list, find the one I want, and I can open it and play it. I can rename it, I can delete it, I can zip it, I can email it, pretty much anything that I want. Uh, Now, that went pretty fast. Let's say we have a more complicated search, because that was pretty straightforward. I'm just looking for AVIs. Let's say that what I want to look for is the word phantom in any file. So Phantom, I hope I spelled it right, and then star dot, and since I want any file, I do a star again. So it's phantom in any part of the name plus the dot for the extension and then star for any type of extension. And before I start my new search, I want to clear my previous search. Now actually it'll clear it for you automatically. Again, I'm going to leave it on G. We'll get a little warning. And out it goes. There you go. So fast it came back with just one file. So again, now I can rename that file, copy, move, delete, do whatever I want to do. Let's say I want to change that and I want to look in a different folder. So instead of just G, we want to look in G Media. Okay, now there's my different folders and clear. And if I search, we won't get that message. It just goes out and finds it right away. Because it knows it's not looking on a root drive and it's only looking in a folder plus any subfolders. It reads those very fast. That's a pretty simple way to do a file search. And again, if you're using Windows 7 or Windows 8, they take and show that progress bar going across the top of the screen. It's not very obvious. Typing in a search string really is kind of awkward and clumsy. I don't know what they did wrong on their deal, but it certainly doesn't work well. This is very simple and very straightforward and very easy for a person to understand. Okay, in our next session, we will be looking at uh, what changes we'll be making to our start form over here and how that will make it mimic a start menu application. I hope you'll be able to join us for that. And as for today, thanks a lot for stopping by. Have a great day.